What is panettone? How does this perfume smell? Is it a long-lasting fragrance, and would you enjoy its scent profile? Stay tuned until the end and you will find out. And hello everyone, I'm Miri and welcome back. I'll share with you a bit of panettone's history because that is the idea behind this brand. So all people, even though they may never visit Milan, can have a taste or actually a smell of Milan's culture and heritage. Panettone is a traditional Italian Christmas cake originating from Milan with a cylindrical shape and raised puffy dome on top. It's a gorgeous buttery bread with candied fruits, orange peels and raisins. And the first mention of panettone was in Milan's manuscript from the 15th century, so it has a tradition dating back several centuries. At that time, panettone was a luxury bread because its ingredients were scarce and it took a lot of time and labor to make it. Fortunately, you can buy panettone in different stores and bakeries during the festive season in Croatia. So yes, I've tasted it. It's sweet, soft, and it has pockets of air within, so it's a bit spongy as well. And there are tons of anecdotal stories about how the first panettone was made and why is it called panettone. And always some Tony is involved in making panettone. Either he was like a kitchen boy or a holy man named Antonio, so the name pane di tonno actually means the bread of Tony. And one of the stories was particularly cute, so I'll share it with you. There was a certain bakery that wasn't really doing well, but the bakery owner had a beautiful daughter. So the boy named Tony made his first panettone to impress the girl and his future in-laws, and because of the huge success of panettone, he got permission to marry the girl he loved. The love story had a happy ending, but will you be happy with the scent of this niche perfume? At the initial spray, I got a lot of citruses and vanilla with some underlying bitter, boozy, spicy, balsamic quality. The opening is very orange-centered, and then you got vanilla, spicy, and boozy aspects. Orange here isn't a citrusy, zesty, freshly squeezed orange you probably smelled in some other fragrances. It's almost stale, but not in a bad way. My grandma used to put orange peels near the fireplace, and that sweet, bitter, almost boozy citrusy aroma would spread in the air. Orange here smells like that, like it's drying and becoming a bit stale, but in a beautiful, warm, cozy way. So in the opening, you got sweetness, spiciness, and a very smooth, rich and buttery vanilla with a dovey, bready quality. And carrot brings out a nutty, creamy, pumpkin-like flavor, while ginger adds a spicy, almost tobacco-y touch. So the opening is heavy, it's dense, it's sharp, but not overwhelmingly sweet. It smells like you're just preparing to bake panettone and you put candied orange rinds and dried fruits to soak in rum while you're preparing vanilla dough for panettone. After 5 minutes, that delectable scent of candied fruits soaked in rum and vanilla dough from the top turns into a completely bready, fluffy but dense, decadent scent of exactly what panettone is. I can't detect floral notes in this perfume because after the opening this becomes a very heavy gourmand scent and it doesn't change very much in the heart and the dry down. In the mid and the base, candied citrusy orange, spiced fruits, and buttery bread is the scent that will linger on your skin and it doesn't change much, although with time it will become softer, more vanillic and powdery. Spiciness probably comes from immortelle flowers, which can sometimes have hay straw or dried tobacco flavor, and also there is some herbalness in this fragrance, but only in a fleeting tiny hint of aromatic freshness, probably from Davana, but those are only just tiny hints in the background, supporting the overall baked goods aroma and giving it interesting touch and complexity. The denseness and sweetness and overall grainy, buttery, bready texture in the heart and the dry down smells like panettone right out of the oven. It's still hot, so that bready flavor is compact and not as airy and fluffy as it would be if panettone had time to cool down. Its crust is slightly too brown because there is some bitterness in the scent, and also dried fruits in the pastry are almost melted from the heat, so the scent of candied licorice fruits with some spicy anise spreads in the air. This is such a thick, rich, dense gourmand perfume that will make you think like you've consumed too much calories all at once, and it is truly a scent of panettone in a bottle, but with a twist. Interesting notes that elevate this into a more complex scent rather than a simple aroma of a festive fruit-soaked panettone are Davana, carrot seed, immortelle, and buckwheat. I think Mathilde Bijawi, who created this fragrance, is truly talented, especially since one of my favorite perfumes, Jo Malone's Miri and Tonka, was also a perfume she created. And this panettone is a multifaceted fragrance that truly captures the essence of panettone, but she added some quirk and some character to this scent. Somehow panettone, even though it has boozy elements, never becomes a boozy fragrance. It has spicy facets, but this is not a spicy perfume. It's sweet, but not overwhelmingly sugary, sticky sweet perfume. It's sweet, but in a pastry baked goods type of way. So panettone is the most literal gourmand perfume I've tested so far. It smells like a real thing, like the mix between panettone batter and hot panettone in the oven. It's delectable and smooth, and it gives the sensation of home comfort. It evokes the memory when it's freezing outside, your cheeks and nose are all red, you enter the house and the smell of buttery, fruity cake baking in the oven tingles your senses. This is the fragrance that reminds me of Taylor Swift's music video for her song Lover, and in that video she's living with her lover in a house inside a snow globe. The scene where they are sharing a meal and slowly dancing is the vibe this perfume gives me, a vibe of home comfort and togetherness of the whole family during holidays. This is the scent that invites you to keep sniffing it because it has a nostalgic effect, but it is a true example of a niche perfume. It's not easy to wear, and later I will explain why and what my experience wearing panettone was. But for now, my rating for its scent profile is 8 out of 10. The longevity is pretty good. I get about 6 to 7 hours of the wear, but on close it lasts a lot longer. For the first hour it projects, but after that it's a lot softer, more intimate skin scent. And I guess that vibes with the fragrance because it's nostalgic, it smells like home during holidays, so that more intimate, cozy vibe is conveyed with a softer scent trail and projection. Therefore, my rating for its performance is 6 out of 10. And if you found this review enjoyable and descriptive so far, let me know by booping the like button and subscribing. That's a big motivation boost for me and also a big help to my channel. But what are some things you need to keep in mind before purchasing Milano Fragranze Panettone, and will this perfume stay in my collection? The first negative point is that it has a challenging opening. You get a very strong, almost stale orange with a lot of rum and some other spicy notes. So the opening is strong and pungent, and everyone won't enjoy the sharpness of top notes. And the second negative point is that this is not a safe blind buy, because from the notes you might expect a sweet, easy to wear gourmand with a lot of vanilla. But this is a much more complex scent, and this is a literal gourmand. It's not a perfume everyone would want to wear. It's a scent everyone would enjoy in terms of food, but as a perfume, only if you're a true gourmand lover. And if you want a literal interpretation of panettone, then yes, you will enjoy this. Otherwise, bready note from the buckwheat might make you feel like you've just finished your shift working in a panettone bakery. So this isn't easy to wear perfume, and it has a limited use. If the temperature is above 10 degrees, it would be cloying, and I could see this only as a perfume you would wear inside your home in colder months. But what are the positive points? First one is this is such a quality fragrance because it's so smooth, notes aren't clashing, and it's hard to distinguish a particular note. Rather, you get an overall sensation of the real panettone in the oven. So if you're a gourmand lover and if you're looking for a literal gourmand without any perfumey smell elements, look no more. You will enjoy this. Also, this is very edible, so when I spray it makes me feel hungry. Like I crave some panettone when I wear this. It has bad influence on me because it makes me constantly hungry, and yeah, I just want to eat my arm. Yeah, it's so edible. And the second positive point is that this is amazing winter perfume. It feels luxurious. It gives you an olfactory experience of eating real panettone in some Milan's local bakery. So if you want a taste of Milan during winter, then this is much cheaper than a flight to Milan, and try it out. It's perfect for colder weather and cozy family gathering and snuggling with your partner. And like I've said, a true gourmand lover will appreciate this fragrance. If you like Italica by Xerjoff, I'm 99% sure you will love this. They are not dupes, no, not at all, but they both have a dense, heavy gourmand structure. Panettone was one of my blind buys this year because I read so many positive reviews of it, and I do like gourmand perfumes when they smell like a perfume. So I thought, yeah, I would like this. But panettone is too edible for me to wear. It's super realistic. It's like super hyper realistic gourmand. I just can't pull off. And I struggle with it the same way I struggle with Italica. I don't like foodie gourmands and I don't want to smell like food. But I love sniffing this. I enjoyed testing it. And if they ever make a candle that smells like this, I would love to buy it. Overall, I'm impressed of how artistic panettone is, how they perfectly recreated the scent of the real panettone, and how Mathilde Bijoui just nailed this fragrance. But I don't enjoy how edible this is or the flowery, bready base. Before blind buying it, consider whether you want to smell like a realistical bready panettone scent. If you do, you will love this. And this is a really high quality fragrance in a gorgeous heavy bottle, but it's not for me, so I will declutter it because I know someone else will absolutely love this, and I just appreciate this scent, but I don't see myself wearing it. Therefore, 3 words I would describe panettone with would be panettone in the oven, and my overall rating for its scent profile and performance is 7 out of 10. If you had the chance to try Panettone by Milano Fragranze, share your thoughts of it in the comments. I would love to read them. And also, if you tested any other Milano Fragranze fragrance, please let me know what are your recommendations or other perfumes you think I would enjoy. But if you love perfumey type of gourmands, then check out my review of Dolce & Gabbana Devotion. Check out this video and I will see you there. Bye!